So we thought we'd break it all down for you so you can make an educated vote when you go in there. Choice. So here today with some independent voting information. Important to say that. She's independent. Gerry Cummins with the League of Women Voters. And it's pretty much your job, part of your job, to get the word out and educate the community.
We've been doing this for over 80 years.
Yeah, so you know. We've
Yes.
come to the right source. So let's start off with Amendment 47, prohibits requiring an employee to join and pay any dues or fees to a labor union as a condition of employment. This is one that we've seen a lot of advertising on. And is this something where people should just assume that because I'm not in a union, it's not going to affect me directly?
I think it will affect them, a broad range of people in the population. It's a constitutional amendment for starters, and of course anything that goes into the state constitution can only be changed by voters in the long run.
Okay.
And this one also, failure to comply with this provision also carries a misdemeanor fine anywhere from $500 to $5,000.
Right. So a lot of the ads we've seen have talked about the fact that it's too much control over people to make that choice. But along the line, I think that with all of these amendments, we can't really say when we live in this state that it's not going to affect us in any way, shape, or form, can we? Because we buy goods and services when it comes to, you know, like any of these amendments, just generally speaking. You know, I don't want you to speak out on just this one. But would you say that's important to at least learn about this stuff?
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah, you know.
let's learn about all of these proposals.
Yeah.
And vote from an informed perspective.
Right, exactly. And then another one that's been a little confusing is Amendment number 54, and the facts on that prohibits certain government contractors from contributing to a political party or candidate for contracts duration of up to about 2 years thereafter. And I think a lot of people, again, you may work for a government contractor out there, or you may say, I don't work for a government contractor, but I believe that they should be able to contribute, or I believe they shouldn't be able to, because that may, you know, there may be some hanky-panky going on, right?
Well, you know, these address just sole source bid contracts, and there are so very few of them in the state. And you have to think of it in terms of a part, perhaps. And I always use the light rail train. You know, there are certain parts that are only compatible with that particular project, and so, you know, it's very rare that, and you have to go to one source for this kind of project.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. Okay. Well, now, Gerry, I'm just going to have to give you the gold star today if you can break this next one down to make it so everybody can understand this, because it's so complicated. We are talking about Amendment number 58, and this one says, increase the amount of state severance taxes paid by oil and natural gas companies, primarily by eliminating an existing state tax credit. That's an intimidating one for some people out there.
well, what Amendment 58 does is eliminate the severance tax credit against the property taxes for oil and gas producers. Currently, you know, I'll just kind of say that another way. Oil and gas producers get a property tax or a credit against their property tax, so they don't have to pay as much severance tax. And what Amendment 58 would do is eliminate that tax credit and takes the money and places it into certain areas. One is local government, another is state government, and third, it sets up a trust fund, a severance tax trust fund. And that severance tax trust fund will allocate monies to various projects, including scholarships for higher education, wildlife habitat protection, transportation, clean energy projects, and so on.
Okay. Well, you get the gold star because you certainly made that a lot more simple and easy to understand. So we really appreciate you stopping by, Gerry.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Make it easier for us to understand all this stuff with all the amendments. And remember, you can get more information about all the amendments on our website, myfoxcolorado.com. Just click on You Decide 2008. Plus, we've got links if you want to learn more about voter information, everything else. We've got you all set on our website. Thank you, Gerry.
Thank you.
And by the way, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about more of these amendments that are on the ballot to break it all down for you. Well, we may be consumed by the election, but kids only have Halloween on their minds, okay? They're probably only thinking about costumes and candy, not Barack Obama and John McCain, even though there are some masks out there like that. Up next, Dr. John Torres has some reminders for all of us about these trick-or-treaters so everybody can stay safe this year. And Fox 31's Joanna Canals already working with pumpkins.
Yeah, guys, we did pumpkin workouts last hour. I love it. And now we're moving on to pumpkin nutrition. We're going to